What did I wish? That anatomy would be this crazy. No, anatomy is actually, it was a lot for this program.
Hello everyone! So we're very excited to invite my classmate from the Humber OTA PTA program. Her name is Rosemary.
My name is Rosemary. I'm in the Occupational Therapist Assistant and Physiotherapist Assistant program with Julie. We are graduating this year. So how I got into it? Like, you want me to just answer that?
Like, why do you want to join this program at first?
Okay, so originally I was doing child and youth work, so I was working with kids, and that's when I got introduced to OTA PTA, and I really thought I could see myself doing something like that. Also, I was interested in doing OTA PTA as well because my dad, he had an amputation, so I really got to see how physiotherapists and occupational therapists were really needed in his everyday living, and it like piqued my interest, and I wanted to learn more, and that's how I got into occupational therapy and physiotherapy.
Yeah, and like this is not your first degree, right?
No, so I went to Brock University. I studied child and youth studies, and that's why I was a child and youth worker. I was working as like an early child educator, working with kids that have like a disability. I would support them with their goals and their everyday living. So kind of similar to what OTA PTAs do.
Yeah. So why do you pick like Humber? Do you also pick like other OTA PTAs from other schools?
There was two programs that I chose, which was this one, Humber, and then another one, which was Mohawk. I chose Mohawk because it was closer to me, like my house. But then I heard Humber has a really good OTA PTA program, and I really wanted to get in, even though the commute was far for me. And luckily enough, I got in, and yeah, that's how I got here.
Okay. So how do you like? What do you like about this program?
What I love about this program is that honestly, it's very fulfilling work. Like when you get into it, you're learning about things that you've never really thought of, things that you take granted for, like our everyday living. Like when things, right now I have an injury, I have a knee injury, and so I'm actually like learning how to take my time when doing things like dressing, taking a bath. Like we take those things for granted, and this program really helped me. Like it gave me like an eye-opening, if that makes sense. Yeah, and I love our professors. Our professors are really engaging, and you can tell that they love their job, and that made me love it even more, just because they're the ones teaching us. And the fact that we get to have placements. Placement is like a really big thing, having hands-on experience, working in like a hospital setting or even in a clinical setting. You're just getting that experience and adding it to your, your portfolio. So yeah. You know what I mean.
So which part like you dislike, like you can change?
Change. I guess it's more so like the way that the course is very condensed. I didn't like that. It feels like it was kind of rushed in a way, but at the same time, it balances it out with the placement. You learn a lot more when you go into placement. I wish they can extend the timing more so that you really engage in with the content, like with the course.
Are also working? Yes. So how do you cope your time in school?
How do I cope? Okay, so I do work. I work part-time and also full-time schooling. How I organize my time, I like plan everything out beforehand. So I usually do like a month ahead of time to see when I'm working, because I get monthly schedules at work, and then I'll see where they input me, and then I'll divide my work then with school and see like, okay, this works. Like if Monday is free, I'll use that time to study and do the projects that I need to finish, and then the next day I'll have work, but like I'll have work and class at the same time. Like I try to balance it as much as I can, so that I'm not overwhelmed when the due date comes.
So you feel like this program you can work?
Oh yes, of course you can. You can definitely work and you can definitely balance work and school. Our program was easier to manage for me, at least. And I also commute. Like I take the bus, so I really have to like time my schedule. So I like plan everything ahead of time and see what works best for me. And then I'll let like if someone like leisure stuff. If I have I'm very active. I like to play sports. I have like tournaments here and there. So I'll like base my week off of that. Yeah. So if my week looks packed, I'll like use time, like I'll focus on like the ones that matter the most. So like if there's a due date that I need, like, and I need to finish that project, I'll finish that project first before I even start work or anything like that. Like I would like, that's how I would balance it out. If that
When
makes
do you
sense.
feel in this program you feel more stressful moments?
Stressful moments,
Yeah.
definitely exams, like that week that we do exams, that's the most stressful, especially when you're doing a practical exam, so we're actually doing we're getting
live
tested,
exams.
and I feel it can get a bit like you know, anxiety starts increasing and you feel that sensation,
Even though the percentage is like not
that crazy,
high.
I know, but just the thought of it, doing it in front of your professors, can be a little nerve-wracking. But honestly, because of it, I learned to not think about it in that way. I gotta think about like, this is something I'm gonna do like when I work, this is what I'm gonna be doing. And so I gotta get comfortable, and I feel like I've gained confidence in that sense.
So, because you already have the previous degree, how do you feel like you cope things like differently?
Coping problems. So like with my other program, it was in a university setting, and I felt like that was also really intense. But compared to here, I was able to build a community. Like I was able to make friends and like be able to really gain
Interact,
with my classmates. Whereas in university, I didn't really interact with anyone. I was
That's
really
very
just,
interesting.
I really just
It's
focused
longer.
on. It's longer, yes. I did make friends, but like in my program, I didn't really interact as much that I wish I should have. Like I should have done that. But with this one, because I've gained a lot of friends in the program, it made it way easier to cope with stressing, like with stuff that stressed me out, because we can stress together. Yeah, but that was one of my coping strategies. If I ever felt like I needed a fresh air or something, I would go speak with my friends, and they would, you know, make me feel better, and we would go study together and stuff like that. Like that made it better. That was like a coping strategy.
I have another question. It's like, because when you are doing your degree, you probably just graduated from high school.
Yes, I went straight.
Like the age is like
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm way older now. So because I went straight from high school to university, I guess the stress and like not being able to communicate how I wanted to communicate with others, I felt a little, you know, like not I don't want to say outcast, but like I just didn't want. I was a very big introvert back then. Now I feel like I was able to bloom and like interact with a lot of people by just initiating a conversation.
I felt like the same way.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, when I was doing my university degree, I feel like, oh, everything feels like the end of the world.
Yeah, no, but like you're really thinking about your grades when you, in right after high school. You're just like, I gotta do really well and get like an 80 plus or whatever it may be. Now it's just more so like, oh, I'm enjoying what I'm learning, and I'm able to use that knowledge that I've gained into actual practice, right, in the real world. Yeah, that's how I think about it now.
We know more about the real world, so if we're thinking about like job skills, we will try to build it while we're studying.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I love about this program, because it allows you to do that. Yeah.
So, is there anything you want to share about the placement experience?
Placement experience. I guess like my previous placement was, I had a really good time. I was able to gain a friendship with my preceptors and everyone there too. And I've learned a lot. Like really being in an actual placement setting.
What do we do in placement?
Yeah. Like what?
Yeah, what do we usually, like, what do you do in the placement?
So I worked in a hospital, and I was a corporate float. So I was always covering people that either were off, or sick, and I would cover their unit. And it was nice because I got to see all units, and I was able to learn a lot of things from other preceptors who were my preceptor, and gain their insights on things. And I got to be with like an OTA and an OT, or a PTA and a PT. Like you got to see different people's perspective on things. Yeah, which was nice. Yeah.
So, do you feel like anything you did in the placement which Humber didn't teach you?
I guess it's more so like the interacting part, interacting with clients and really understanding, because like, you know, they teach you by book, and then you actually do like the positionings and all that, but when you're actually in a hospital setting, especially, like they're in critical condition, and you know, you don't really, it doesn't hit you till you actually see it, and then when you're in that position, like you really gotta think like, oh, what do I do in this scenario? What have I learned from school and apply it to this? You can't really do that, because you know, you're seeing it for the first time.
Yeah,
So
because
you
when
can
we're
only
doing-
learn that from placement.
Yeah, because when we're doing on the classmate, they're all like fully functional.
Yeah, they're fully functional. They're moving around. We're like faking it, right? So to be in that situation and see it firsthand, you learn a lot more. Yeah.
So, what would you wish you know before you enter this program?
What did I wish? That anatomy would be this crazy. No, anatomy is actually, it was a lot for this program. Like the things that we were learning, I feel like if I knew that we were going to be in that depth with anatomy, I feel like I would have just reviewed a little bit more. Yeah, a little bit more about like the body systems and whatnot, because some of the things were new to me, and I'm just like thinking of like other things. Honestly, I wasn't expecting much when I was going into the program. I was just really excited to learn something new, especially being off from school for so long. It was just an exciting feeling to get back into it. Yeah.
So, what are your like expectations to your future, like your work plan or like basically?
Yeah. So I hope that after graduation I'm working by then. I've been super active with applying. I know I haven't even graduated yet, but like my preceptor said to always, just reach out if needed. Like you never know when you get an opportunity, right? So I've been super active with that, reaching out to like friends that worked in a clinical setting before, a hospital setting, like asking them like, are they hiring OT PTAs, stuff like that. Ideally, I would love to work full time if possible. That is the goal for me, especially like reaching this far. But if taking like a casual part-time shift is how I'll get myself in there, I'll do that too. So right now I'm just trying to think in a positive outlook, just hoping that I'll get a job right away. Yeah.
So, at last, what would you like to say to the people who's thinking about coming to this program?
Coming to this program, don't be scared. Come, and like it's an amazing program. You'll learn so much. You'll make new friends like me and Julie, and it's just honestly, I'm really glad I was able to do it. And for someone that's coming, that has been in school before, I was scared because I know I'm going to be meeting a lot of younger people, but honestly, it was a great experience, and I think it's something that you're never too young or old to be in school. Like you just keep
never
doing
too
it. Yeah.
never too young or old.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That should be the quote.
That should be the quote. I don't know if that quote made sense, but okay.
Thank you for accepting my interview.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.